Hey everyone, it's Bree. I'm back with another scrapbook process video for the SpiegelMom Scraps design team. And I'm going to be working with these sequin mixes that you're seeing here on my desk. They are part of the September release and they are all so beautiful. So the first one is Fab Fuchsia. The second one is Pink Poison. I've got Orange Orange, Green Galore, Blue Bludgrin, and Purple Passion. Now if you were to buy when it was up for pre-order, you would get the orange thrown in. So they're just so beautiful. So I've also thrown in three other mixes. I've got Royal Highness, Hannah's Pasture, as well as Belle's Ball. So as soon as I saw this or all of these sequins that Jody was going to be releasing, the first thing that I could think about was I need to do a rainbow layout. So I went to the Silhouette Design Store and I found this rainbow cut file by Paige Evans, and I absolutely love it. So I just enlarged it to make sure that it would fit the majority of my page. I really wanted this entire shaker element to be the main focal point on my page. So I enlarged it, and I knew that when I did, it would also create a space for me to apply a lot of foam tape on all of the little sections of the rainbow so that I could add sequins in every section. Now it was a little labor of love, but honestly it was so worth it, and I'm so glad that I took, a little bit of extra time to fill in each little section. That way all the sequins could be displayed perfectly, and I love how it turned out. So I have applied some glue to the back of this cut file, and I have stuck it on a huge piece of acetate to create my little window, and I'm just going to trim around the cut file to make sure that the acetate only shows through the actual cut file. Now I do have to say, when I first applied the glue, I was pretty sloppy with it, and so unfortunately some of the glue did show up on the acetate, and I did have to go and go back in and rub it off with my nails, just to kind of scratch at it. I should have been a little more careful, honestly. I didn't really think about it. But yeah, so next time, just be careful with the wet glue. All right, so here is me adding the foam tape onto the cut file. So this is going to create a little pocket or a little place for me to have the sequins go inside of. I usually use the Doris thin, narrow foam strips that I pick up at Simon Says Stamp. I did use these strips on the cloud sections. For the rest of the rainbow, I do use my Scotch foam adhesive. I have a thick one, so I just trimmed it with my little non-stick Tim Holtz scissors to make the thinny. I meant to say thin and skinny strips. So for the clouds, I am using Royal Highness because they're silver, and it was another color that I hadn't used in the rainbow, and I thought it was perfect for the clouds. So I'm just spooning in this beautiful sequin mix here. And for the entire cut file, after I added the sequins into the clouds and then the sections of the rainbow, I backed the entire thing with some vellum. I really wanted the sequins, once again, just to be the main focal point, and I didn't want to have pattern paper behind it. And I've usually back my cut files when I do add sequins, or if I make a shaker element or a shaker pocket, I do like to back them with vellum. So I've adhered it down, and I do add extra wet glue on top of the foam tape just to make sure that none of the sequins escape. Now there are tiny stars in a lot of these mixes, so it is natural for a few of them, to kind of sneak through or to get stuck to the foam tape or the glue. But for the most part, it is completely sealed, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So here is, I cut out a lot of me trimming down all of that foam tape and applying it onto the cut file, trying really hard to make sure that none of the foam tape is visible through the cut file. So I did all of that off camera, and then now I'm going in and I'm going to be adding the sequins in rainbow order. Now I am going to speed it up here, so because it did take me a little bit of time to make sure that all the sequins were fitting and weren't, were fitting in each of the little sections because it was really narrow. But I just took my little spoon and I kind of scooped them in, and a few spilled out here and there, but I was able just to kind of push them in and make it work. But I love it. So yeah, I did rainbow order, and I start with the purple passion, and I'm adding blue Bludgrin. I think that's how you pronounce it. Bludgrin, so I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but that's how I think that's how you say it. And then I'm going in with the green, and it's called Green Galore. And honestly, I am more of a purple, blue, pink um, color lover, I guess. I usually scrap those colors, but this green mix, it's probably my favorite. It is so pretty. It's got gold accents in there. There are like little hearts, there's leaves. I mean, it is so pretty. And honestly, all of these mixes are gorgeous because there's so many other like tiny elements in there, like little hearts and little stars. Um, little like I think there's like little clovers or leaves or yeah in the blue mix. It is so pretty. Honestly, Jody outdid herself. I need like 2 more sets of each color and probably 3 of the green. Yeah, so I needed a yellow, so I pulled from my stash. It is called Belle's Ball, and I believe this one is still in stock. And then I think I did pull a little bit from Highness Pasture as well, but mainly from Belle's Ball. I did make sure that none of the blue ones got in there because there are some blue sequins in this mix, and I just pulled those out. And then I did prep the entire cut file with my EK Success Power tool to help minimize the static and sticking. And so I've got the orange sequins added, and that one is called Orange Orange. It's so pretty. And then I'm going to go in with Pink Poison and then finish with Fab Fuchsia. So yeah, I'm just carefully adding the sequins in each little segment. And I do pack them pretty full. I had every intention of it not to shake so much. I just wanted the sequins to stay in the entire cut file. I didn't want them to fall to the sides. So I did stuff them pretty well. Like I jam-packed those sequins in there just to make sure that they stayed and they didn't fall to the sides. Look how pretty Fab Fuchsia is. Oh, so pretty, and it's coming together. And like I said, I'm going to go in here with some Scotch Tacky Glue, and I'm going to apply it onto the foam as well as to the rest of the clouds, just to make sure that everything is sealed and nothing escapes. And that way it, stays together. So I'm backing the whole thing with some vellum, and that's it right there. I love how it turned out. Look at, I love it so much. It was worth every minute of me adding all that. I think that's what took the longest, is adding all the foam tape to the whole cut file. And I love how it turned out. I am using some basil marshmallow cardstock, and I prepped it with some white gesso off camera. And I'm going to go ahead and create a sky with some shimmers. I used some shimmers Vibes in Frostbite. Imagine that. You know me and Frostbite. That is probably hands down my favorite color. I did add some Heidi Ho blue in there, and I think one more blue, but I can't remember which one. I'm sorry if you can hear my doggies. They're playing. So, and of course my door was shut, and of course the little one comes in and knocks it open just to make sure I'm still in here. So my mixed media dried, and I've got a beach photo here that I took of when my mom and my stepdad visited us in Hawaii. And I went ahead and took my 3-inch circle punch and punched it so I could stick my photo right there in the middle of the rainbow. I did think about like where I would put it. I thought I would maybe put it, to the left of the cloud, or to the left, on the left side, right on top of that cloud. But I thought it was like perfect how it nestled right in there, and it kind of just, I don't know, it kind of just brought it together. And that way I kept all of my, everything is kind of centrally located. For my title, I'm working with some foam thickers from Chamel, and I chose See the World because, we lived in Hawaii. We weren't on we weren't on vacation. My parents were, but it was just, I still have so many photos that I need to document of living in Hawaii, and I'm slowly getting through them. And I'm still denying summer. I know a lot of people are so excited for fall to be here and summer and the heat to be over, but I've always loved the sun. I really do not like the cold, and so I'm still scrapping summer. And it went perfect. It's a rainbow, and Hawaii is known for the rainbows. And so I'm pulling some Hip Kit Club exclusive florals that I got, I can't remember, a few kits back. And I pulled all the tropical florals, and that's mainly what I'm using here. And this is sped up quite a bit because I did have a hard time choosing what florals I wanted to use, and I just ended up going with these. I've got this tiny text sticker from the Dear Lizzie She's Magic collection. And then I do add one of these cute little enamel hearts that's glittery and green. And I add a couple stars. I do add 2 on each side. And then I add some journaling. I think I did off camera. But this is what it looks like. Kind of slowed it down so you guys can take a look at it. I love how it turned out. I think it's so colorful. These sequins are beautiful. Definitely check out the shop. I know maybe 1 or 2 of the mixes is sold out, but I'm sure Jody might restock on them. So definitely, go check out the shop. Don't forget to use my code Brianna15 to save you 15% off. Here is the final photo right here. I absolutely love how this turned out. I love a good rainbow. Look how gorgeous those sequins are. She did a great job. Thanks again so much for watching, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.